Hello and welcome to the catch-up. Today's guest, no introduction needed, pioneer, living legend, founder and creator of Nash Tackle in his office.
Yawn.
In his office. And I'm here, Kev, to ask you a few questions. First of all, mate, thank you very much for agreeing to do it.
My pleasure, mate.
Nice one. Let's start from the beginning. Your childhood, how did you, Kevin Nash, get started in angling?
Well, there's no one in my family that goes fishing.
Right.
One of my mates at school got into it, and on this particular day I knew he was fishing and his mate was fishing his little farm pond in Rayleigh, and I trekked down there and watched them fishing. I'm sure they didn't catch anything.
No.
And I just somehow caught the bug. Probably goes back to the fact that I did the pond dipping. I was always a hunter.
Yeah? So you're always outdoors, are you always...
Yeah, that time where, our entertainment was outside. I made the observation recently, our entertainment was outside. If it rained and we was indoors, we were so depressed. We always wanted to be in 180 degrees now, so we was either catching lizards, slow worms, or newting, or frogs, so...
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I had that hunter gene, and I think, the fishing rod was just the next step.
And a local boy around Rayleigh? Yeah.
A local boy around Rayleigh.
Yeah, nice. So obviously your angling started with that experience. How did you progress to sort of becoming essentially a pioneer of the big carp scene? How did that journey go?
Well, as I say, I was a kid fishing local ponds, what's missing now is there's no free little local ponds for the kids to fish. Sure. That's what we was doing. And then I was in the Scouts, and I went on a scout camp to New Forest, which was a bit awkward because the last day of the camp was the first day of my mum and dad's family holiday.
Right.
And they booked 2 weeks in the Isle of Wight.
Nice.
So the plan was that they would meet me at the campsite and take me onto the Isle of Wight.
Okay.
They got caught up in some car crash, and my scoutmaster's wisdom was to leave me at the side of the road for them to turn up.
Can you imagine that nowadays? I'll just leave him there, be all right.
4 hours later, this farmer come along and thought, what's this kid doing here?
Yeah.
And to cut long story short, I was put on a train back to Rayleigh.
Right.
Sorry, a senior scout stayed with me.
Okay.
And so they contacted his mum and dad. We was both put on a train back to Rayleigh. And I've got to go back a step here. We were at this station called Brockenhurst in the New Forest.
Brockenhurst, right.
Yeah, right. And this, by the way, was the last steam train.
No way.
Service.
A steam train?
Yeah, in service.
That is classic, isn't it?
And we was on the platform and he said, do you want a magazine or whatever?
Yeah.
And I saw this magazine. It was an angling. And on the front cover was this guy who I later understood was Bill Keel.
Right.
Holding 2 carp.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Okay.
And I think it was that image
that stuck with you.
That stuck with me and made me a carp angler. Want to be a carp angler.
Yeah.
The misting of the hat and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got the train back, blah, blah. It was it was a bad thing. I then went back down to the Isle of Wight the next day. My dad was fuming.
Yeah,
we come back from the Isle of Wight. He's taken me steaming round to the Scoutmaster. There's been a lot of words, but the transpires, the Scoutmaster was the secretary of the Rayleigh Angling Club.
Really?
Which was a really difficult club to get in, and as a result of that, I got in Rayleigh Angling Club.
Yeah, nice little captive link.
And that was the difference between fishing farm ponds for little rudd and crucian carp in the duckweed to suddenly I'm in this club where this was when carp were first being stocked.
Sure.
Big time in England, and so it had these massive fish in there up to like £8. Oh my God! Along with the tench, bream and rudd.
Of course.
And that was the key thing that kicked off me being a lifelong carp angler and making a living out of it, I'm sure.
Big old Rayleigh Angling Club. Still going, Rayleigh Angling Club?
He's still going. It's a very small club. His junior section was shut down. And recently, 4 years ago, we've gone on an incentive to get it going, and now he's got 20 odd members.
Good stuff. Who would you say your angling influences are in those early days? Obviously, we talked about that image that sort of stayed with you and sort of led you to the carp journey, but were there any other people around you immediately who sort of helped sort of guide the way in your angling as you progressed?
Not really.
No?
There was it's difficult for today's anglers to understand that there was no carp anglers.
Yeah, of course.
You get a fishing magazine then, Angling, it would cover coarse fishing, specimen hunting, whatever you want to call that, from people fishing for huge pike, a carp or whatever, to sea fishing. In 1 year there might have been, say, 3-4 articles on carp fishing.
Sure.
It was that limited.
Yeah, few and far between.
So it was difficult to connect and have your influences. You really had to learn it all yourself, really.
Yeah.
It's probably, as it sounds, it's probably the biggest influence might have been Mr. Crabtree.
Yeah. Sure.
In those days, so there was no written matter.
No, it's cool though. Really cool. Your fondest memories in terms of captures in those sort of formative years, if you like, is there anything that particularly stands out as a highlight, or maybe a few?
It's got to be the first carp, I think. I'll never forget. I worked in a tackle shop in Rayleigh.
Okay.
In those days, we didn't have much money. Mum and Dad didn't give me pocket money, so I was doing a paper round, I was doing a relief paper round.
So you're always quite entrepreneurial, getting your own sort of way?
It's not entrepreneurial, mate. The only way I could get any money was to earn it. I think you see that pattern, you see it with Alan. If you listen to Alan's life story, it's so similar to me. We grafted as kids and we learned you have to work to get anything.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I was doing all these various paper rounds, and then I got a job filling shelves in Tesco's.
Right.
And it was I think it was a Saturday. I was filling shelves. I got a tap on my shoulder, and this lady said, "Are you the little boy that comes in the tackle shop?" This was one of the. This was the manageress in the local tackle shop, and they just lost their lad.
Oh, right.
So I got the job, which made me the superhero.
I've made it.
Oh my God, I've made it.
Made it.
And anyway, your question. So now I'm really in the dough.
I'm rolling in it.
I'm marking up papers, I'm doing a paper round, I'm doing shelving, and I work in the tackle shop. As a point of reference, I was on half the salary of an adult.
Really?
The difference being I had no outgoing. So
of course.
I had all the cool tackle. Anyway, I bought what was called a Chapman Mark IV carp rod.
Okay.
And then I've taken it down to Rayleigh Angling Club, and I've got me float and fishing in the edge and with cheese, and it's gone under. Boom! I'm into this carp. And I was just, oh wow, I'm playing it. And then a guy who is known, Derek Ritchie.
The Don.
The Don. Spell that backward, it's Nod, much more appropriate. He's come around and said, "Lift your rod up, boy," and put his hand underneath it, and I lost it.
Oh, no way.
No way, And then a week later, I was round the corner, there's a sweet shop. I got to the sweet shop, put my car on the curb, there's a car in front, gone in, got me Coca-Cola cubes, come out, it was a Don, reversed over my bike. So me and him never had a good relationship right from the beginning.
Mate, he's done you a proper kipper there, lost your carp and then done your bike over. But obviously your first carp was significant in terms of the first carp you landed.
What I should have said, then the next week I landed one which was £4, 12 ounces, I think.
No Don involvement?
No, well that's because Don wasn't there, that's why I landed it. I was just blown away, and I think, from that moment, there was no looking back. Really.
No, brilliant.
I did have a career in match fishing.
Did you?
There was a big match scene then, throughout the country, and I really got into match fishing. In actual fact, I come third in the Essex Open. That was a 400 pegger. 400 peg matches were wicked. Really got into it. I made an awesome float collection. From ultra floats. I really got into it.
But then the big carp buzz took over.
What happened is the match scene was so difficult in the south. It wasn't like the Midlands or north. It was so fractious and difficult to really make inroads into it. So because the lake also had carp, I just gravitated away. But interesting enough, I won most of the matches on carp anyway. So I was like specimen hunting, match.
Whilst matching.
Yeah, the local, the Ray Angling Club. I think they've got the biggest fish in the match.
Yeah.
I'm on that. Carp.
Yeah.
They've got the heaviest weight in the match. I'm on that. Carp.
No way.
The junior winner of the series. I'm on that, and it was Carp. And the senior, mental. Won them all on Carp.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
As you sort of alluded to, those early days, there wasn't the sort of media, the how-to, the guides, the information out there that there is nowadays with regards to carp angling. Talk us through some of your sort of early experimentations in terms of tackle and bait, and how you sort of, because you did, even though you wouldn't like to admit it, you have obviously influenced a generation, but also pioneered the scene with regards to media, the company, but also in the development of tackle and stuff. So how did that all come about from what is essentially very small beginnings to sort of where you've come to in terms of tackle development?
A requirement to go carp fishing and need to have tackle. There was two makes of carp, I think, Jack Hilton and a Gold Strike.
Yeah.
Horrendous things, a 4-inch now would be sharper.
Yeah.
There was an FGCO carp landing net, which was aluminium and this mesh. You need all these 3 lads to lift it.
Yeah.
And then you had, the Richard Walker, old 10-foot carp was. That was effectively it. That was all there was.
Yeah.
So we are starting to push the limits, and explore things. For example, it was all 3-line baits then.
Yeah, of course.
And we realised we wanted to get out further, so we went to. There's a very famous tackle shop in Southend called Goings, which is really famous for beach anglers.
Right.
Excuse me.
Nice.
And so we started using bass blanks.
Yeah.
So we could cast further. And then. Well, even for example, made me first rod holdall, which is a roller. I got a big lump of canvas and hand stitched it with a needle.
No way.
Yeah, in the close season, leather patches and everything. We started fishing in winter. Then the only thing available was an army parka or a tank suit.
Of course.
These are one-piece. Canvas suits that they wore in tanks. My one actually had the socket inside to plug in. You probably froze in them easier than you did without them. So I even made my first thermal suit, and I bought a sleeping bag. I bought some industrial nylon, and I bought some a tin foil safety, what's it, blanket, for the mountains.
Yeah, I know, that wrapped around you.
So I got a layer of quilt, I put this tin foil the other side of it, and then the nylon out, I stitched it all up. And first time I walked it that night, I bet you could hear me rustling 5 miles away. I made my first boots.
No, what? Do you think that? So obviously,
there's just nothing available.
No, exactly.
Moon boots come probably 8-10 years later. The first proper fishing suit was partridge. That was probably 6-8 years later. There just was nothing.
There was nothing. So the need was there to create it. But do you think? I mean, obviously, as you as a person, is that something that's always been in you in terms of being able to create something? Because I can imagine, like, if I said to a junior nowadays, all right, there isn't something and you've got to create something, I wouldn't say that everybody could turn their hand at doing that. I couldn't do that. I don't think I could stitch my own suit or do whatever. I could sew up a rip in my jeans, but I couldn't formulate something, I don't think, that would be at that level. Do you think it's something that's personal to you, or something that is, at that time, was sort of everyone's skill set?
No, absolutely. I've always believed that everyone has a talent.
Yeah.
Every human being, even he, has a talent. You wouldn't think so looking at him. Everyone has a talent. It's just a question of it being unlocked and they recognising them having it.
Yeah.
I was forced into engineering.
Yeah.
My father was a significant craftsman. He could build a car. From the ground up. In those days they were building cars out of wood. He'd make all the metal panels. So, kind of, whilst I didn't like it, that DNA of craftsmanship was installed in me.
It's in your genes.
And so, so from applying yourself to make your own stuff because it wasn't available and we had no money.
Yeah.
The innovation side of me come out. And it is very rare in this industry.
Yeah, sure.
Martin Locke,
Yeah.
I would suggest, is the only other one who really had it similar to me.
Yeah.
Rod Hutchinson come up with a load of great ideas, but you actually couldn't build anything. But
No.
Rod also to a degree.
Yeah.
There's very few.
No, 100%.
In the era or
Yeah.
since, there's very little true innovation in the
Yeah.
game. It's just we look at what that company's doing and we just
Make something similar.
copy it
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just improve it a bit. There's a big difference between true innovation and just improvement.
Sure. No, 100%.
What do they call themselves? Call the developments.
Core developments, yeah.
Very cute word. They look at an idea and develop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why they've been such a success. It's much easier to take someone else's idea and work on it and polish it than it is, to come up with
an idea.
As Rod Hutchinson once said to me, we come up with the ideas and the kids develop them. And that was so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really what me and Rod did.
Me
and Rod
Yeah.
invented. Immodestly, I'll say, me and Rod invented the modern carp scene.
Yeah.
But we was very crude at it.
Yeah,
And
of course.
Since then, everyone else has polished it.
Yeah, but without that founding, we wouldn't be where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a question. When did you start to merge your carp fishing with business?
Out of necessity. Again, I'll go back to Lockie, Rod,
Yeah.
me. In that era, we never said, we want to make loads of money out of fishing tackle.
Sure.
Whereas, then, the Foxes, Danny Fairbrasses and all the companies after, oh wow, we can see an opportunity to make money here.
Yeah.
We got involved in tackle and bait to fund our fishing.
Yeah.
And in my case, there was a really terrible recession in the late 70s.
Right.
I just got married. I think the mortgage rate was 4% when I got married, and it went up to 15%.
Oof.
I was 200 quid minus on my mortgage.
Yeah.
In fact, my best fishing mate was a salesman. He was helping me survive. I
Sure.
was giving him my petrol receipts, and he was putting them in with his petrol receipts and giving me the cash. You do what you have to do.
Classic Essex, that.
Yeah. But put simply, I just could not starve my wife or let the house go because affect me fishing. So I started making landing net blocks and making landing nets. I was building rods, and stuff like that. And then from that, the idea of the carp sack thing come along, and that's really what kicked it off. But it was always about I'm doing all this graft just so I can go fishing.
Yeah, sustain your angling, really.
It's sustain angling.
Yeah.
That's the same with Rod, the same with Martin Locke.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I'm so proud of that. The reasons why we come into it, as opposed to I can see I can make a fortune out of making all this gear. I'm so proud that we. First and foremost, we're anglers, passionate about anglers, and come in for that reason, rather than, I can rake this and make a load of dough,
Yeah, of course. How did that develop into what is now Nash Tackle, Nash Bait? Because you've obviously got two factions there, which are market leading, mate.
I need to understand the question a bit more.
So how did that start that you got there to sort of sustain your own angling? How did that then become what we look at here today, which is a market leading company, but also not only in terms of tackle, but you've also got Nash Bait as well. So how did all that come from that?
God, where do we start? Okay, so I'm making gear at home in between. Well, it's mainly the close season. Yeah,
Okay.
Let's say when they're at the carp sack era.
Yep.
I made carps. I made some carp sacks for myself and the two guys I fish with.
Yeah.
And every time we go to a lake, the few other carp anglers, oh wow! So we started making for them, and then word got out amongst tackle shops. Probably three. I think it was Jack Simpson.
Yeah.
The Simpsons term. You own it. Jack contacted me, and so I started making sacks for supplying sacks to Jack Simpson. Another shop called Bait 78, which was the first shop to start selling carp bait in London. A few shops like that.
Yeah.
But I only did it really in the closed season. Yeah, when the season opened, all bets are off, guys. You know, I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
But as I say, then the demand on me got bigger. You know, I was saying, oh, you know, blah blah blah, and so I kind of acquiesced. So I'm now. You know, what was my life? I'm doing. Well, it got to a point where I was doing 40 hours a week in engineering.
Yeah.
I got a deal with my boss where I could do 4 days a week. Right, so I'd do Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday I'd roar up to this bird I had in Chigwell and started it all.
Right.
She had a dress shop. She'd leave me the keys. I'd make the carp sacks.
Yeah.
And then I'd go back to hers, take her out Friday evening.
Yeah.
She'd go to sleep. I'd be out up there. You know, I'd make me sacks there. I'd be putting the string through and putting them in the bags. And Mum used to sit up with me, and Mum could never sleep. You know. And then I'd get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and deliver the sacks to Bait 78 and be back when she woke up at 11 o'clock or whatever. You know,
no way.
It was mental. You know, it really was. You know. And then the season would start.
Yeah.
And say, sorry guys, you know, so I'd be fishing. You know.
Did you give the bird a miss as well?
No, I juggled it all. I don't. I'd see her midweek, but Fridays I'd go fishing through to Sundays and see her Sunday evening. You know, so
good stuff.
And something had to give.
Yeah, of course it did.
And I really started to feel poor. You know, I could go on for this. I was actually doing even longer hours, but I really felt poorly.
Did you?
I had no energy or whatever. And I went to the doctors, and he gave me a load of checks, and he said, "Mr. Nash," he said, "what have you been doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You weigh 8 stone." I went, "Really?" He said, "Well, no, you don't weigh 8 stone. You weigh 7 3/4.
Wow.
Yeah. So I explained to him, you know, this is how it is. You know, I work 40 hours and I go home and I let the kids in to pack all my gear. I go around my out workers, you know, give them all the work. Then I get back, it's like 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I then got to pack the orders, you know, to ready to put in the post in the morning, in my tea break at engineering, by the way. Yeah. And
Mad.
you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning after that, you know, the last thing you want to do is eat.
Yeah,
and
of course.
So basically I just was working myself into the ground.
Yeah, just red line all the way through.
And that's, you know, he said, you can't carry on like this, you're going to die. You know, so I went into work, and the year before I'd had a really serious accident, potentially.
Okay. Right.
I was turning at the time on the lathe, and the lathe's got what they call a lead screw along the bed, this thing's spinning all the time.
Right.
So when you've got the saddle which has got your cutter on it, and you just put a lever down, which locks over this thing spinning and drives it down.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my oval caught in it.
Oh,
and it was dragging me in.
Yeah.
And at the time I had these huge castings going round. I was about to lose my head.
Yeah, of course.
So I braced against the lathe and screamed, and I split the coat right down the back.
Did you?
It saved me from
going in.
Killed.
Yeah.
But it really badly done me back and ribs up, and I had to have 6 weeks off of work. Well, I replicated the injury, shall we say. Because at the end of the day, I've got responsibilities. I've got a mortgage.
Yeah, of course you have.
You know, it's not like nowadays where people walk out of a job. You know.
Yeah.
I've never had a day in my life without a job. Yeah.
Never had a day in your life without a job.
Yeah, you didn't do it.
Fair
You
play.
didn't say, "You boss, I'm sorry." You didn't say, "Yeah, I'm leaving."
No.
You would never leave a job unless you had a job to go into.
Yeah, I can't say I've done that.
So, you know, so I've got this issue. I've got all these outgoings. So, a bit naughty. I faked this accident.
Yeah.
And said, you know, so yeah. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't. You didn't get sick pay.
No, yeah.
Because I was self-employed, so
Yeah.
I'm not feeling anyone. But I just needed that
Gap.
time
break,
to see if I could make a living out of it. So I gave myself 6 weeks to see if I could possibly make a living out of it. Anyway, just one story here. The boss kept ringing me up. You know when you've been naughty or you feel like, oh my God, you've been sussed.
Yeah, of course you do.
They're suspicious.
He knows.
So I thought, I better go and see him. So I've gone in my bait cupboard, I got this black dye and these yellow dyes, so I've smeared it all over this, you know. Like,
What, does it look like bruising?
Yeah. And I've gone and seen, he said, I said, I'm all right, Pete. I said, I'm recovering. I said, I'll still a bit of a state. I'll turn me side. He went, oh my God. He said, you need at least another 2 months off work. Anyway, 2 weeks later, I went back and said, I ain't coming back. If I could look back at it, if I'd had the courage or the balls, you know, I could have gone full time 2 years before.
Really?
Yeah, but as I say,
it's a big jump though.
It is a big jump.
Yeah. Especially with responsibility.
Yeah, that's right. So, so that was the start of it.
Was there any point through the course of Nash, tackle, Nash bait, everything else, where you felt like saying, I've had enough, see you later, I'm out, it's too much?
I've always said that I've had such an amazing life.
Yeah.
In terms of I've been able to make a living out of my passion.
Yeah.
And carp fishing has given me an incredible life. It's given me the money to go all over the world. I don't know what I'm at now. Last time I counted 69 different countries. But the point is, I could probably pick up the phone and, come over, mate, to at least 30 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The people I've met along the way has been absolutely incredible. And I've always said, never in my life have I not wanted to get out of bed on a Monday.
Yeah.
There was just one short period, though, when, in the early 90s, due to mismanagement of the company, and I'll firmly take that on the chin.
Yeah.
I was an innovator, a fisherman, not an accountant.
Yeah.
I just never realised the importance of that. The company was in a really bad way. The banks at that time were ruthless in letting you borrow as much as you wanted, and then it all went pear-shaped and they wanted it back. And I used to drive home at work, and my wife, Carol Lee, who's now MD, he was like a year old. Yeah. And I was driving home thinking, so I was going to work thinking, am I going to be driving home tonight saying, Carol, we've lost the house. And that was the only period in my life I've ever not wanted to go to work.
Well, that's a pretty big statement, that's brilliant. You've obviously developed so many products, or been part of developing so many products over the years. It's a tough question. What would be your standout or standouts, I'll let you have a couple, in terms of things where you thought, obviously you're proud of everything, but that have really shone?
One of the people always talk about is the time, of course.
Yeah.
I think the rod holdall is very important.
Yeah.
Probably the new generation will understand that. In the early days, we were using what we call roll-ups. We had a sheet of fabric, just put the rods in and rolled it all up. And from that, we went to just carrying our rods bare.
Okay.
Tackled up, because it was a big step going to tackled up rods.
Yeah.
You've got to bear that in mind. Every time we turn up at a lake, we'd
you'd go,
I think it was only when we got into lead arrangement, because bearing in mind in the beginning it was free line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you pass a line through the rings, just tie a hook
on.
It's only when we got started getting into lead arrangements and think, this is a bit, so that we started being lazy. And just breaking the rods in half. I was fishing a lake called Silver End after a huge carp in its day that turned out to be Essex's first 40.
Wow. When was this? What year are we talking, Kev?
Well, I went on it about, it was either 79 or 80.
So that is massive, isn't it?
I was fishing for a carp probably about 4 or 5 miles away that had gone 27.
Right.
I eventually called it a 24 3/4. So in effect, that was the largest carp we was aware of in Essex. I fished for that, and then I got word that someone had this fish, I think from 34 pounds, from this other lake. The irony of it was that I'd been really hitting my head against the wall with this lake I was on. I just cracked it, and I was smashing it. And I got wind of this carp. I just never went back.
Did you?
And my mate turned up, and I'd agreed that we were going to meet do the weekend. He's turned up. I got there Friday lunchtime. Heard about it, went and looked at the lake, then went straight when we went out to the local tackle shop and bought a ticket and fished that night. My mates turned up and thought, what's Kevin? Yeah, and they went back.
No way.
Went back. And I say, I was smashing it. But Yeah, anyway, so I was after that fish, and I think it was start of the season 81.
Right. Wow.
I've been baiting this swim under what was called the famous oak tree.
Right.
And season I think opened on a Monday. Tough call, innit? So sorry, I'm going to go on the Friday.
Yeah, of course.
Out.
Yeah, make sure you get it.
I'll tell you another story, but 2 years later I camped out for 8 days before the start. Then my mate caught it, but that's another story.
8 days?
8 days, yeah. But anyway, I turned up and there was 2 anglers underneath the oak tree.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was the only one basically carp fishing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've gone round and it's these 2 guys called Bob Jones, who now sadly died.
Yeah.
He was a famous rod builder. He died of alcoholic poisoning.
Right.
And the other one was a guy called Roger Smith.
Right.
You heard of Roger?
Yes, I have heard of Roger.
Who sadly died a few weeks ago. One of the greatest characters, and I have to say,
Yeah.
a big influence in me.
Yeah?
In terms of, he taught me what matters in carp fishing.
Okay.
I'll go into that in a minute. Anyway, so I've gone round and started chatting. I'm pissed, I got swimming on it, but yeah, I've gone round and immediately, you know, chill out, yeah.
Yeah.
And Roger walked in the room, and Roger said, "Oh, do you want a cup of tea?" You know, he used to speak quietly.
Yeah.
And he, you know, got his kettle out, and that immediately fascinated me because he's got an old kettle. In fact,
Yeah.
I've still got one the same. You know, he pulled the lid off.
Yeah.
And he chucked the tea bags in.
Did
Yeah, so while the kettle's...
he? What are you doing there, lad?
Yeah, he wasn't like boiling
No,
water.
no.
Yeah, it's boiled, and then he poured this, you know, what...
Yeah.
Anyway, cut long story short, I had a fantastic week
Yeah.
with Roger. You know, Roger's on Savvy then.
Yeah.
So, those of you who don't know, one of the things Roger is famous for, I think he's the only angler who caught Sally. Sally's only famous common. He's the only angler that caught it. I think he caught it 3 times.
3 times? I didn't know he caught it 3 times.
Yeah, at least caught it twice. I think he caught it 3. So he's a legend for it. In fact, there's a lovely story. He was walking back from the Horse and Barge, which is
The famous. Yeah.
They're all absolutely and he fell in the canal,
Yeah.
right? And he come out saying, "I've just seen Sally." In the canal. And
Yeah.
they were saying, "Whatever, Roger." But the fact is, Sally was never caught again.
She was
and an angler said that he'd seen it go down the sluice into the canal in a flood. So we'll never know. Did Roger see Sally in the canal when he fished that night? Yeah.
Who would know?
Anyway, I digress. Anyway, one afternoon, one evening, I'm sitting there talking to Roger, and he said, "You ought to make my rod holder that my old dad made me."
Yeah.
I went, "Okay, Roger." And he had a roll up.
Yeah.
But the difference being, his dad was an upholsterer. His dad had sewn square pockets in it for the reels.
Yeah.
So, you know, he could take 3 rods, rolled it up,
put the reels.
ready-made.
Yeah, happy days.
Anyway, so this is when I had that girlfriend in Chigwell who helped me start the company.
Yeah.
I went up there with her and we cut a pattern, and she couldn't sew it up. Yeah, because you've got, with a sewing machine, you've got what we call a throat. So
Right.
that's a body, and the needle's there.
Yeah.
And this thing, though, this huge amount of fabric,
Yeah.
is so hard to get
To pass
on the
through.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, she's just saying, "You're joking, you know." And I just, FGco bought a rod holder out that basically was just like an envelope.
Yeah.
You just zip line down the middle, you opened it, and put your 6 rods in it.
Yeah.
And I thought, if I put 3 pockets in one side, and then we sew it together.
Yeah.
And so I basically, out of Roger's idea, I then developed that holdall.
Yeah.
It's called, you know, we named it the hooker holdall.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
Yeah.
Everyone who went carp fishing had one. Without doubt, let's go forward, even 10, 15 years later, every carp brand that had a range of luggage had a copy of that holdall. You know, I suspect at least $100 million worth of made in China.
Really?
I had a patent on it.
Did you?
But someone ripped it off, called Stevens, they were the first ones, and I said, "Oh, you can't afford to go to court with them," you know, getting out my naivety of a businessman.
Yeah.
I let
it go.
rip me off.
Yeah.
If it had been now, I would have protected it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I could have just made a living out of that.
Yeah, done. One product all over.
Yeah.
But all part of the progression, mate.
It is, and I'm saying that with no bitterness or resentment. It's life.
No, yeah, too right. obviously, through all the time building the company, making it what it is, the hard times, the good products, maybe necessarily the things that haven't come to fruition. Is there anything, what have you sort of sacrificed in order to achieve what you've achieved? Because we talk about it in terms of an angling sense a lot. People go on a campaign for a fish and they'll sacrifice, obviously, time, amounts of bait, etc. But to develop a company and fish, what would you say you've sacrificed to make what it is? Fishing?
Yeah, it started taking off in, like I said, the early 80s.
Yeah.
Especially when I caught the Silver M40.
Right.
The Essex record.
Yeah.
That's when it will all come together. All my mates were on Savvy.
Yeah.
And the fact was, I couldn't afford, the time off. Then there wasn't the M25.
Yeah.
So to go through London to get to Savvy, I just couldn't do it. When the M25 opened, I joined Harefield.
Yeah.
And I used to go all the way round to Harefield and do it overnighters.
Yeah.
You could do it then. You can't even do it now.
No, you can't do it now.
Would you believe I used to get to Harefield from Raleigh on an average in 50 minutes?
Yeah, well, that is the good old days, isn't it?
2.5
Oh, maybe horrendous.
So I had to take some responsibility, if for no other reason that I'd families relied on me for a living. And the one thing that's been sacrificed, if you like, I couldn't fish places like Yateley or Savvy. However, the other side of that, I will say that it has to be noted that the angler who has to work for a living is the one that should be respected the most. Carp ain't easy and hard to catch.
No.
If you've got all the time in the world, you'd be full time at it. It's bloody stupid if you can't catch them very quickly. So someone who holds down a full-time job
and catches
has got to be respected.
It's been said so many times.
And the anglers I've always respected the most actually been the Northerners.
Hard sea.
Those ones right up there who hold down jobs and come down south to catch the fish. Big up to them. Big up.
Definitely. 100%. I've noticed that from moving up north. They are die hard.
Absolutely.
Die hard and good uns. Right. Don't punch me for this, Kev. You've always spoken your mind. Sometimes been relatively controversial. Relatively.
Really?
I'm pitching this quite nicely. Has there ever been a time in which that forthright nature, again, very political, has ever got you into any difficulty or any trouble within your own fishing or within Nash tackle, Nash bait, whatever it may be?
Well, yeah, of course. That lake I told you about I was on before I moved on to Silver End.
Yeah.
The raging row with the club secretary one morning. I was a bit feisty in those days.
Yeah?
It was only because of Bill Lovett I didn't knock him out. Well, what happened there was, I'm not a great respecter of, I don't know what they're like now, but in those days the clubs are run by committees of old cloth cap matchmen.
Yeah.
You got to understand, when we turned up on their waters, they just didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, of course.
They couldn't make us out, and there was immediately a negativity and aggressiveness. They're sitting there on their baskets, and we turn up with 3 rods, bite alarms, or whatever. They just couldn't deal with it. They really couldn't. Anyway, this particular club that was called Barking, a London club.
Yeah.
They had this reservoir in Witham, which is Welsh fishing of this mirror, and the club secretary was relatively young, and he got really anti towards us carp anglers who suddenly turned up on their water. Anyway, it was a dawn till dusk water.
Okay.
And so the issue became when it was dawn,
right.
June the 15th.
Yeah.
And the year before, he turned up and had a right go at us, and we had gone to the AGM, asked him. So this next year, I actually said to him, Paul, can we just agree what time dawn is? And he said 2:30.
Right.
Okay, right, cool. So me and Bill gone down the road over this little bridge to this reservoir, and just before the bridge was a field, farmer's field, a gate open. We saw him parked in there.
Right.
It's 2:15.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to the resi, we waited till 2:30, we got out. Now, I've been priming this margin swing on this reservoir wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the carp feeding out my hands, literally, not literally, far away as you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I stealthily got there. You know, I did not land on that bank until 2:30.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just putting my bank 6 in. Suddenly this flashlights come on like Statex 13 search beam, right in my face, right in the margin. I actually saw the carp go out.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And I just lost it. Absolutely lost it. Tell him what he could do, his club, his membership and whatever. But anyway, so he's gone steaming off. And I've had enough of it. I've had enough of the club. I'm out of it. I'm going to go somewhere else. You know, it ain't worth it. You know, it ain't worth it. I'm a carp fisherman, not to deal with this.
Nice and quiet at 2:30 as well, isn't it, mate?
Anyway, I'm sitting there in a major hump and sulking. And the secretary's come back up. It must be like 9, 10 in the morning. Avoided me, but he's gone round to Bill. And they're having a long debate, blah, blah. Then he's gone off, and Bill's come round. He said, I've sorted it. I said, what do you mean I've sorted it? He said, I've got your membership back. I said, what?
Yeah.
You feel like club, do that? Yeah, I've actually lost it with my best mate. Yeah, I said, I'm going home. So I went home, and I've been after this fish called Henry.
Right.
For 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next day, I woke up, I thought, I've got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know, mates, you know, if you said a mate, he's up at the reservoir. So I thought, bloody, you know, I'm going to fish out, because I had a week's holiday. I'm going to fish out a week,
and that's it.
At their club.
Yeah.
So I turned up, it was about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And red hot day. So I just felt solid, you know, as you imagine, I'm just going for it.
Yeah.
So I just whacked 2 rods out, took my shirt off, laid back on the bank chilling, and it's gone off. We caught Henry.
No way.
That's how it works, isn't it?
That's an absolutely names on it there. That's absolutely perfect, mate. You must have heard loads of rumours, false rumours about yourself. What is the best false rumour, piece of gossip, whatever you've heard about yourself, mate?
God, where do we start? Where do we start?
You've got to pick the best for me, though.
Oh, the best. I ignore it all day.
Yeah.
I was once in 2 countries at the same time, scrapping on various lakes.
What countries were you in there?
One was Belgium, the other was France.
Nice.
And on the same day, I managed to be in both of them, having fights with bathers. It was suggested I was caught with 2 birds in the bed. Well, it was wrong, there was 3. It just goes on. Yeah, I've always seemed to, I don't know. I don't get it because I'm utterly honest.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
100%.
I'm utterly honest. I just say it how it is. You know, I have a Christian honesty. You know?
Yeah.
And so, but I think a lot of people can't deal with my frankness and honesty. You know? And so, yeah, I have always attracted.
Yeah, but also you're at the top. It's always the way, isn't it?
There's that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that as well. Yeah.
As a business, you're very active in giving back to carp fishing. There's the work you've done with the Rayleigh Juniors. There's the Horseshoe Junior Carp Camp that your boys support. There's the KHV charity. There's various incentives that you do around the sport. Obviously, that's of great importance to you. How did all that come about, and how did you choose which areas to target or what were important as a company?
I don't know, it comes about, I think. I've always believed that if you get something out of something, you should give something back.
Sure.
Like I said right early on, I was a passionate angler coming into the sport. When I first came into the sport, there was only about 500 of us fishing.
Yeah.
And we was really pioneering, finding out all this stuff. And so I was going around the country with a massive desire to pass that wisdom on.
Yeah.
When I was doing slideshows up and down the country. Yeah, the little bonus would be I sell a few sacks at every event.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I've been doing. I've been educating carp anglers, whether it be by slideshows, articles, or actual fishings.
Sure.
Since. But certainly the beginning of the 80s.
Wow.
Certainly the beginning of the 80s from the Carp Society on.
Yeah.
What was the question?
It's sort of how did you choose a KHV, for example? Obviously, it's a big issue, sort of more in more modern times. But for you to back that rather than something else, how did they all come about? Because the junior thing has always been there for me.
Us, so like I said, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
That I feel I do not do anywhere near enough.
Right.
To put back into sport what I should do, and I'm constantly struggling to find that thing.
Sure.
That will make me die knowing I did my bit.
Okay.
We did a big one in the local school. I got wind that kids were being expelled because they was naughty and bunking lessons.
Yeah.
We have this outrageous system now where the schools all have to score points, right? And so if kids are bunking maths, English or science, they lose points.
Yeah.
The school solution is chuck them out.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
And so I found this out in the local academy, and the interest for me was it's where my youngest son went.
Right.
And I was so grateful for the fact that academy turned my son round.
Yeah.
He's now awesome.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put something back into society in the school. So I went and saw the headmaster, and I said, look, I think we can turn some of these kids around. The hook would be fishing. And I said, on our boot camp, and he said, I like the word of that. So he agreed that we could go into school, take the worst scrapes they had, and what was very interesting, they haven't got to be in school 5 days a week.
Okay. Exactly.
So the deal was, boys, if you do your lessons, science, English and maths, right, we have a day out, we might take you to a tackle shop and talk about a tackle shop. The point being there is to make them understand why they're doing the lessons, where you might have that natural thing to sell.
Yeah.
Get it.
Of course.
And then the other day they could go fishing.
Yeah.
That's what the school agreed. So the treat was fishing.
Yeah.
But they had to attend science, English, maths. And it worked brilliantly. I went into school, Alan went into school, and we did it. I did it all for the first year, and then Alan got the burden. We did it for, I think, 3 years, and we really turned around some kids that without doubt would probably be in prison now.
Yeah, it made a massive difference.
Yeah, several of them ended up working for Nash or have gone on. One is actually a lecturer now, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
But the gutter for me, my vision was we'd write the thesis, then we'd film it, and put it out to every school.
Yeah, nationwide. Yeah,
but then we realised was the Achilles heel was the teachers. They just weren't up to it. It only works if me.
If you deliver it,
So I was absolutely devastated that that failed. We did a couple of other things. Then this radio handling thing come up that you mentioned, and that has proved an enormous success.
Yes,
And I'm now. I was at a meeting yesterday with one of the sports major angling bodies to try and potentially push that out. But I am very frustrated that I still feel I'm not doing enough for what fishing's given me. But I'll get there before.
Yeah. Any idea of what that'll be?
I think it'll be this route at the same.
Yeah.
I'm talking with one of the major governing bodies in angling, and they understand. It's got to change. They believe that angling is deteriorating massively.
Yes.
I think politically we need to get a grasp of it before the antis could be a real issue. But there's this hotbed starting now. And thinking, oh my God, what am I getting dragged into now? But
but watch this space. Sounds exciting.
How can I say that being corny? I just really feel that I should give back. For what he's given me before I die.
Of course I completely understand.
It's an old man thing, isn't it? You see people made bundles, billions and billions, they become, what are they called,
philanthropists or whatever they're called, there you go.
I think suddenly perhaps you get a conscious or social conscious when you get older,
Maybe.
Is there a rape in the world, you want to save it?
I'm going to cuddle it. Obviously, you've done so much in terms of media, you've wrote articles, books, DVDs. That process of being, as well as behind the scenes, but also in front of camera and publishing articles and writing books. Have you enjoyed all that element to your carping sort of life?
I've never enjoyed the filming.
Have you never?
Absolutely.
Sorry, boys.
Struggle with being in front of the camera. I really do. I really do. You know, I'm in awe of like Anne and Blair.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, when they used to drag me out kicking and fighting to, you know, do filming, it'd be like 20 takes, and I used to think, oh my God, how's this going to turn out? You know, big up to editors. I used to think, really, how the hell did you produce that?
Yeah, from that.
But Alan's one take. You know,
Yeah. No,
he's just mental. But no, I've never.
The filming side's a no.
I've never enjoyed filming because, believe it or not, I'm very shy.
Yeah?
I'm massively shy, unless I'm comfortable with people around me.
Sure.
Yeah, it's only because me and you have had sex, Hassan.
Well, exactly, yeah. More than comfortable, mate.
But yeah, I really always have been shy. But my big thing is the English word, grammar, which is really interesting because I left school with an E in English.
Really?
And an E in maths, which I think shows at the time how the school system let us down. But I'm passionate about writing, and I just love it. And apparently I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, you are.
I can't be. I left school with an E in English. Yeah, but Rosie Barnum used to be my PA and editing my books. She says I'm a natural gift. Well, whatever. But I love expressing myself.
But not everybody can do it that well. Especially in written word, mate. So you definitely
do. Very few that do. It's either taped or whatever, isn't it? There's very few people actually write
or ghost written. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody who wanted to be the next Kevin Nash?
Well, I don't know about the next Kevin Nash, but I'll turn that question round.
Yeah.
What advice would I give anyone who wants to join the industry?
Brilliant, perfect. Thanks, mate, for editing my work. I needed it.
It is an illusion that you're going to join the industry and make a living out of going fishing. The advice I would give you is work bloody hard at school and get appropriate qualifications to give you a skill set that the industry would need. The fishing tackle business is no different from any other. It needs, in the case of Nash, it needs designers, it needs marketing people, it needs sales people, it needs accountants, it needs it needs people to answer phone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The big area where there's a shortage at the moment is videographers, especially as AD have just nicked another one of ours. So that's
no comment.
That's probably a great way into fishing at the moment. Because if you're a videographer, you might actually get a chance to be out in the bank and go fishing as well. The design side, CAD side, there's shortages for in that field as well.
You need the Mike Wilson CAD story here, mate, don't you?
What's the
Mike Wilson, apparently on his CV, I've been told to say this, Mike, sorry. On his CV, he said that he did, he was CAD qualified and he could use CAD. And then apparently in an interview with you and Mr. Blair, he was called out on it and ended up crying in the office, according to Dan Yeomans, right? But don't lie on your CVs. I think that's the tale.
But the point I'm making is school does have a purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was there, I never got it. Why they teach me all this crap, maths, English, and whatever. It really does have a purpose. It's just a question of understanding that. If you do well at school, you have sealed your future. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I was really lucky. So lucky. I left school with zero education, but I was fanatical and driven in fishing. And this was at a time, lucky time, when there was the opportunity to pioneer it. And it was a time in England that never repeated. We come out of the war. After the war, there was this massive period of no one had any money. Then things started improving, and the kids wanted better. It's not only carp fishing that boomed; it's the era of music. Everything just
of course,
just took
rocketed.
Off, and I was just lucky to be in it. You won't be able to repeat that now, so you've got to graft.
No, timing is important. I reckon you'd have still done all right now, though, Kev, mate, to be fair, even if you, came about at this time.
I think I would have been a male porno star.
Other than carp fishing, any other forms of fishing that interest you, that you've partaken in, that tickle your fancy, whatever you want to say?
Well, any.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a fisherman, not a carp angler.
No.
But the point is, there's just not any hours in the day to do anything other than carp fishing. You know, you just have to focus on it so much. You know, my actual favourite fish is perch.
Really?
Oh, I love perch. A big perch is a monster.
It's the biggest fish, isn't it?
It's a monster.
Yeah, it is.
A perch that big, oh my God, it's bigger than a carp like that.
Yeah, of course it is.
Until you've caught 2-3 pound perch, you just can't get it. In actual fact, my personal best perch is £5.
£5?
And I will give you Nash tackle.
Yeah.
If you can guess what I caught it on.
What you caught it on?
Yeah, you've got one chance of this.
Let me go, perch. What are you going to catch it? You're going to catch it on a boilie.
I caught it on a parboiled potato. 3-line
That's a boilie, isn't it?
Potato.
Thank you.
A 3-line parboiled potato when I was 16.
Potato?
Couldn't believe it. Silver paper roared off. Yeah.
He's been on the spuds if he's £5 though, hasn't he?
£5 mental.
Wow, mate, that is a mega fish. You must have a story about the one that got away. Is there a significant moment or a significant capture that obviously got away from you that sort of still irks you to this day?
Snake bit common hurt.
Really?
Herman hurt.
Oh, Herman, yeah.
I had this common thing, you know, I couldn't get a £40 common. Yeah. I'd had, 2-3 mirrors. I just couldn't, I'd cursed with commons. And, both of them ended up dying on me before I got to them. Yeah. They're long stories. I ain't got time for that, but yeah.
They're the ones we've glossed over them nicely. That's good.
The snake pit really.
Yeah? Top one.
I hooked it and it got off.
Yeesh. Moving on to more positive things. What have been the most important fundamentals to you in your angling, but also in terms of Nash tackle?
I don't understand the question.
So your fundamental sort of things in your angling. So when you angle, what fundamental things? Because I know you like to be quite mobile. I know you like to make sure that you're on fish. There'd be fundamentals that I would see that are across the board. But also in terms of you and Nash tackle, what is fundamental to that bunch of people that work for you that you wouldn't have them involved if they didn't believe in the same things that you believe in?
Well, the fact is, Hassan, they don't all believe in the same.
Right.
Especially the youngsters. Mikey in particular. Mikey, I don't know what he's like now, but certainly for the first few years, he used to look at me and think, what's he talking about? Yeah, kids know better, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
And it's really why I decided to stop writing and stop being in front of the camera, because I kind of look back, Dick Walker.
Yeah.
So, he was writing every week in the Angling Times, and he was writing the same article, and I just looked in and thought, had no respect for him in the end.
Yeah,
God's sake, this is a guy who pioneered.
Yeah, exactly, who was,
He made the Mark IV Carp, wasn't he, called Clarissa, and I just thought, I don't want to be like that in the kids' eyes, because they don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think, they know better than me, and so... I don't know what the question was, where I was going with it.
So you obviously said that they don't potentially have the same fundamental opinions or thoughts that you do, because they're a different generation.
Yeah, so, as you say, I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there camping and wait for them to come along.
Sure,
in engineering, one of the skill sets I had to have was time and motion study.
Yeah.
In other words, you study the quickest and most efficient way to make a component.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of got installed in my carp fishing.
Yeah.
To find the most rapid route to get the job done, and also because I couldn't be a full-timer or do the long hours.
Yeah.
I've only ever fished a maximum of, say, 50 nights a week. A year.
I can say a week, you've done well there, mate. Squeeze them in.
50 nights a year.
Yeah, so that's comparatively...
And that's including, say, a week's holiday.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever done.
Yeah.
The majority of my fishing over the years has been 1 or 2 midweek nights.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to get success from that, you've got to have a certain strategy.
Yeah.
It's about... It's just down to finding them.
Yeah, of course.
So first and foremost, you've got to find them before you even consider fishing for them.
Yeah.
I've seen the kids arrive. The classic is Alan. Alan.
Yeah.
Alan was the typical angler that come out of Corden marketing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say this because I don't want it in any way to appear to be a dissing corder, but they had a certain way of projecting how you should fish and whatever.
Right.
And he become that
Yeah.
typical corder angler, and I had to knock it out of him. But I never realised he would then go to the next level.
Yeah.
And now he's just a mental.
He's nuts.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
He's nuts. I've got anglers who friends or whatever, who've gone fishing with me who said they never do it again.
No.
I
tried to film him a few times, mate. Run round after him. It's absolutely mental. It's madness. But he is a top angler.
And the reason he's a top angler because of energy.
Yeah.
I've always said the key to angling is energy.
Yeah.
You just plot it up on a 100-acre lake and you see the fish crashing right at the other end.
Yeah.
You've got to pull those sticks out and move.
Yeah, of course.
There's very few that do that.
Yeah, no, too right.
Very few that do that.
Too right.
Alan's one of them.
100%. He'd be there before they've boshed. What's the scariest moment you've had personally on the bank, mate? And has it resulted in any Bankside injuries?
There's probably so many stories in me, but as I say, I forget them unless it's triggered. Scariest?
Yeah.
One comes to mind. In fact, one of the boys mentioned it earlier. I told him a long time ago, and I forget half the stories.
Yeah.
Injuries are coming, but that same reservoir I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whitton Res.
Yeah.
It was a dusk till dawn till dusk, as I said. Well, I must be a little bit naughty night fishing it.
You'd never do that, Kev.
It was a barren reservoir.
Yeah.
It had been dug 10 years before, and there was one bush, a third of the way down. You looked at it at the right-hand bank, which was probably about 7-8 foot high. So I used to put my bivvy in that. Yeah. Anyway, I'd arrived late this particular night, and I'd left my car in the car park.
Right.
Which I never used to do.
Yeah.
I used to leave it outside the farm and walk. So I used up this concrete road, say 100 metres, and then there'd be the car park, and then the dam wall.
Right.
Okay. And I'm all sconced in my brolly, and I've heard clip-click-clop, clip-click-clop, clip-click-clop. This is like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I thought, there's a horse coming up.
Something's coming out.
And it's gone silent. And I heard thud, so it's on the grass,
right,
the damn wall. And I'm myself, I'm sitting there, so didn't dare,
move,
there. Anyway, I didn't hear anything again for a while, so I thought he's just sit and stop the damn wall.
Yeah.
So eventually I eased my head round the bush, and the moon was behind.
Right.
There's no one on the damn wall, so I thought, okay. He must have gone back down the damn wall and he's like in the car park.
Right.
I'll hear him as soon as he goes down the road.
Yeah, of course.
There's no other way.
He'll plop about.
Yeah, there's no other way. He had to go down that road. So, then I thought, right, I'm going to investigate. So I started stealthily going up the bank.
Yeah.
I got it on the damn wall. No one there.
No one there?
No one there. There was definitely a horse.
Oh, that's horrible, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. He wasn't there.
I'd stay in that tree well wrapped up. I would. As an angler, it's everybody's dream to obviously own their own lake. We're sat just outside one of the finest lakes, in the country. Talk to me about the development, about how that dream, which was a dream of yours, came true, and what it's like to have your own lake and let other people fish it, Kev.
As you say, I think every angler wants their own lake.
Yeah.
I would advise people strongly against it if they want to go fishing.
Yeah.
So you get your own lake, that's the end of your fishing career.
Yeah.
What actually happened was I specifically decided I wanted to find a farm, then to run the business from the farm.
Yeah.
Have a farm with a few farm buildings and hopefully enough land to make a fishery. Because I had this kind of thing. I'm a massive Formula One fan.
Right.
And I used to look at the McLaren model.
Yeah.
You know, this huge centre of excellence.
Yeah.
You know, where all the engineering went on, the testing. Yeah. And I had this vision of making a fishing centre of excellence. Yeah, where we not only worked, we developed and traded, but also we had the lakes to test and whatever. In fact, this lake here.
Yeah.
what we call the stock pond. This was originally to test baits.
Right.
Before the baits were then tested on fishing.
Yeah, actual fishing, yeah.
There's two very different worlds from fish that aren't fished for, and their reaction to bait, and then fish that are. But so I wanted to create this centre of excellence. To answer you specifically about the lakes, this is the time when, should we say, carp were being transported from.
This is you being political. I like this.
Over the water to the UK.
Sure.
Courtesy of KM and others. Notice I didn't give any names.
Yeah.
And I thought it was absolutely atrocious to steal fish from other countries' venues and bring them over here without the issues. They could cut
disease
and there's spring vine there and that.
Yeah.
And in all my fishing in abroad, especially in France, in the northern end of France, I kind of got thinking, what is the difference? The weather isn't that much different.
No.
And so I just concluded it was down to the size of the food items.
Right.
Simple as that. Fish in France grow bigger than English fish because there's less of them per acre, and they're eating fresh lobster and huge mussels all day, crayfish. The food items are much bigger. In essence, English fish have been brought up on redworm and bloodworm and little snouts.
Yeah.
And I've always said the optimum weight of an English carp is actually 35 pounds. And I don't think that's far wrong.
No.
It's only bodies that have
pushed them over.
Basically, to cut a long story short, the lakes were an experiment to prove that you didn't have to go over to France and steal fish and bring them back here because you could grow them as big as they were in France and the UK.
Yeah.
The key to me was just creating a fishery, creating a huge stock of natural food, and then supplementing with bodies. Bodies were the key.
Yeah, pushing them over.
As we proved.
Mate, it's some fishery. Do you get a buzz out of seeing people enjoy it and catch their PBs or those fish?
Well, it's a funny thing, and it is a fact. They say that a lake owner can't fish his own lake.
No.
And I don't know why. I cannot explain it. Yeah. I got into the cops only because I put a syndicate on the cops. The real experiment was that was left fallow. But because the fish I put in the cops were middle-aged, I never dreamed I would be able to do anything with those fish.
Sure.
And so I opened a syndicate on there, and kind of like, have you had us over, Nashy? Is there actually any fish in it? So I kind of felt, look, I've got to show you the guys who is fish in here. So that's how I got into that, and they just really fascinate me with how cute they are. So I become obsessed with the learning. It wasn't about catching them.
No.
It was about understanding the learning. But the church, the only times I've fished the church have been for filming. Or a couple of times I've taken people up there to help them catch. But and the irony of that is me and Alan were on what we call the pit, that one.
Yes, I do remember. I remember the DVD on that.
Where the scope concept came from. Struggling through reeds, marsh, whatever. Really hostile territory. With the possibility there might be 30s in here, 40. And at that time I had the fish kill and lost 650s on the church, and I hadn't caught any of them.
No?
I hadn't caught any of them, no. So really, it is weird, you can't fish your own fish.
That is weird, but what a place, Kev. That is an unbelievable.
Well, it's a shame, we had that, that fish kill. He had 850s in it at one time. But so, it's still a great fish.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What I love about it, so to answer your question, there's no point in creating a fishery with these immense fish you can't see them come out in the bank. So as a lake owner, for whatever the reason is, I don't want to catch them, but I have no problem with others catching them. Sure. I want to actually see them on the bank. There's nothing that gives me greater satisfaction than someone catching fish their dreams, and I stopped counting at 300. This year alone. How many of your AD boys? PBs out? I think one had about 4 or 5 in a week.
Multi's here every week, mate. He's had a countless PBs. You need to ban him right now. I'll take his place, Kev. So you've fished with, employed, worked with some of the biggest and best in the world of angling.
Most of them come through Nash.
Exactly.
Richie McDonald.
Yeah, exactly. I was with Rich Wilby the other day. Everybody, like in terms of whatever. Who would you say was you top three? Let's go top three. I think that's nice. Top one's a bit harsh. In terms of anglers overall that you have, I don't know, that have gone through or you fish with or employed or whatever throughout the course of your time.
Make up your mind if I fish with or employed.
Fish with. Let's go fish with and employed. Two then. Best angler you fish with, that is tough.
You wouldn't even know his name.
Go on.
His name's Chris Lads.
I wouldn't know. I know his name now because you've told me, but I don't know him. Why Chris?
His nickname is Care Bear.
Care Bear?
I met him at, there's two of them, Care Bear and Frog were his mate.
He's not that bear then, in your office, mate, no?
I met him at Harefield.
Right.
Bit like Anna, I guess, absolutely obsessed.
Yeah.
You know, top angler at Harefield would catch 5 in the season.
Yeah.
You know, he was catching up 30, 40 fish. But they didn't count, by the way.
Right, they didn't count?
No.
Why?
Because Roger Smith, you know, put real values into the Carn Valley scene at the time. You know, i.e., if it was pub hours, it didn't count.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he was catching a lot of fish while we had to be in the pub.
Right.
You know, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, okay.
But a seriously talented, driven angler.
Yeah.
Seriously talented. So.
For the people you fish with, what about people you've employed then?
Well, of course, Anna's number one.
It's a good save.
Without doubt. People I've employed, you know, I want to include Gary in that because we're part.
Yeah, of course.
Gary, immensely talented angler and bait brain. Alan just obviously stands out.
Yeah.
There's other greats, current greats, you know, Oliver.
Yeah.
Who's the top guy at Calder?
Danny?
No.
Tom Dove?
No, angler, not.
Daryl Peck?
Daryl Peck. You know, Daryl Peck, of course, he was a kid and you know, he worked for us.
Yeah.
So,
A few, mate, there, haven't you?
Well, like I say, Terry Hearn's a classic.
Yeah, yeah.
Before Terry Hearn is that I had a good mate, Jeff Pink, who was fishing Yateley, and there was a bunch of kids on, it was a car park, and he grouped them up, you know, and took them under his wing, and basically said, if you catch a carp over £30 that goes in the paper, you know, I'll give you 5 kilos of ash bait.
Yeah.
And so Terry Hearn was one of them, and God, what's his name? Give me a name. One of Terry's good mates.
Nigel Sharp.
Nigel Sharp. He was the two that shone out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Terry was nurtured by me and Pinky for a long time. In fact, I think he caught his first 1540s on Nash bait.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. In fact, he caught his first 1540s on Nash. But what has always happened is, you know, Nash is a proving school for him, and then the companies come along and nick them off us.
Yeah.
In the case of Terry, and I'll say this, I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
In as much as Drennan nicked him off us. But that's not my point. If Terry had come to me and said, Drennan offered me X, I would just shook his hand and said, good luck to you. But he didn't, he just went. He showed complete disrespect there. You know,
right.
But, you know,
yeah.
That's how it is, and I think he's still embarrassed about it to this day. You know, I've always said, don't get in the way of stopping someone's progress. You know, so, and whenever. Daryl Peck's a good example. I can't quite remember what happened, but I think that was down to Alan. We wouldn't pay more or whatever, and so he got a better deal. Good luck, Daryl.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. You know, I've got no deal with that. No issue with that at all.
No.
Yeah. And so so Nash grows them, and then everyone else nicks them. That's life, isn't it? Yeah, Lakes is Carp Nash, they've just gone to Calder. Yeah, what it is. Yeah, but a bit different because Carp Nash are big names in the beginning. But I think the point I'm making is, that they move on.
Yeah, of course. Such is business, such is life, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're instrumental in the formation of what we all identify now as sort of the modern day carp scene. Did you ever think from your beginnings that you would have such a significant impact on carp fishing as a whole?
Of course I didn't. Come on.
At any point was there a thought that you could make what you've got now?
Never.
Never?
Never. Like I said, I made fishing tackle to go carp fishing, and that was still the case.
Yeah.
Until well into the 90s.
Yeah.
It was only when businessmen moved in, like called specifically Fox. Fox had got close to me, engaged a relationship, and he certainly saw a lot more potential in the game than I did.
Yeah.
And so he just come in, took my product range, basically developed it, and with his dad's business acumen and money, started absolutely smashing it.
Yeah.
And I still was oblivious to it, or ignored it, or didn't care, because ultimately, it was about me going fishing.
Yeah.
I might pop into work one day a week and see how they were. The rest of the time I was fishing.
Fishing, yeah.
2 days a week, whatever. It was only when, if you like, I grew up, I matured, and our turnover started dropping dramatically because other companies were hammering it, and I realised that it was about more than me. I employed a number of people responsible for the well-being of their families, and so I had to realise that a lot of people depended on me. And so that's when I decided I've got to grow up and treat this as a real business. And it's from that point that it started developing, and gradually got to the point where I brought Alan in and other people, 10 or 15 or 20 years behind our main competitors today, if you like Calder and Fox, but do I regret it? No.
No.
I don't regret it at all.
No, too right. In terms of the modern carp scene, what do you see as the biggest positives and the biggest negatives? That's a big
I've got to be optimistic that we've gone through the worst of the catch at all costs, selfishness, blah blah, and we go full circle, and some of the values will come back, are coming back through the likes of Alan. It's about more than just catching carp and trashing over everyone fishing in any respect.
Sure.
I've got to be positive about that. What was the rest of the question?
Positives and negatives to the modern carp scene.
Well, I'm thinking that I was talking negatives.
The negatives.
Positive.
Yeah.
It's a completely different scene. I'm just. If I had to say one single thing about what is the greatest thing, opportunity I had in carp fishing, it's been there in the beginning.
The timing.
That completely different world. The process you went through, the excitement, being on lakes with no one there. The pioneering and the comradeship.
I can only imagine, mate.
It's just completely disappeared. People say to me, "What's the best lake you ever fished?" And I generally say, Harefield. I've never caught consequence, but it was
had a great time.
It was just a great time. Great people and comradeship.
On that sort of same theme of the modern carp scene, what do you see as the biggest potential threats to the future of carp fishing?
I think it's the future of fishing, isn't it? It's got the Antis. We just seen what's happened with the crows. How within seconds.
It can change.
Managed to change that. Through someone who's got influence and crowdfunding, and the people who could have stand up but not have enough funding. The day could possibly come, and it's one of the reasons. I said at the meeting I had yesterday, it's going to be. I think a very active role for me in the future in formulating and protecting angling for future generations.
Brilliant.
Well, I am so passionate about the benefits of angling, being outside.
Yes.
I really am. Angling saved me. I'm not going to it, but I was beginning to get a bit naughty. I was on a really naughty route. and I could quite easily have ended up in
Yeah.
prison, whatever. Angling saved me, but along the way it's given me a massive appreciation of countryside, blah blah. And I just think it's so destructive for these kids now, just in their bedrooms on these devices and whatever.
Yeah.
I just really think we're in such a bad place now because, ironically, the advances of media, which should have been so positive, but in so many aspects have been so destructive at the moment. So we just need to get a balance.
Yeah.
And for sure, fishing and illustrating to people about the great outside and how beautiful it is and how we've got to
Mm.
protect it and sort out plastics and whatever.
Sure.
That's the mission
Yeah.
I want to be engaged
Yeah, definitely.
in.
No, cool. Right, a quick fire round to end on,
Does
mate.
this mean we're nearly finished?
Nearly there, mate. Nearly there. A lot of people say that after an interview with me, Kev. Quick fire questions. 3 words to describe yourself.
A tad arrogant, very focused, and I would hope a lot of empathy for others.
Nice. Best Nash employee. I've got to put that in there.
That's so unfair.
No, I've got to,
So
mate. Go watch it. They're a current employee though, mate. So it's a smaller selection pool. You've got a current employee, best current employee.
That is so unfair. They're all great people, but if I have to then single out the one who contributes the most to the brand, then that's Alan Blair.
Good.
But they are all the best employees.
We'll edit that save out. Who would you trust to net your PB?
Alan Blair, Gary Bays.
2. Favourite meal?
I am obsessed about fine dining.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really into my food. I also love cooking. It's
I never knew that, Kev.
well, the cooking thing's become a passion in the last 5 whatever years. In fact, if I say to the boys who want to come round with a roast, they'll be there in seconds. I make the
Really?
best roast in the world, but I love cooking because again, it's creation design.
Yeah, of course it is.
I do the family's head. They never get the same meal twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say, "Oh, I love that. But I have to tweak
Tinker in it, yeah.
But no, I'm really into fine dining now.
What would be your meal? What would your go-to meal? Or was it mood dependent?
Would it be a Michelin-star restaurant?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because the
No messing about.
But the point is, what people don't realise is that the small percentage extra you pay for an
Yeah.
amazing Michelin-star meal is so tiny against the average, what I would now deem as lacklustre food you get.
Yeah. Yeah, fair play. Pet hate on the bank. What is your pet hate?
Selfish people.
Common or mirror?
Mirror.
Ooh.
Character.
One thing you couldn't live without?
My OXO tin of tea bags.
Best angling retailer?
It's got to be Fishery Republic.
Nice. Knew it was coming. Set it up. Boom. Slotted it away. That'll be edited.
Well, Angling Direct Rayleigh.
Yeah, nice.
It's little known that I actually once owned that shop. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know you owned that. You once owned that
opened
shop?
that shop.
Did you?
Yeah.
We'll get you back for the open day. That's business done.
I opened that shop.
No way.
With Mike Davies of Penge Angling.
I didn't know that.
So I'm very fond of that local shop. Of course, I'm a hardcore carp and tackle box
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so definitely Angling Direct. Good answer, Kev. Well done. If you could add one...
Third Fishing Republic.
If you could add one modern day one modern day angler to your team at Nash now, who would that be?
Kev Hewitt.
Oh, good. He's Angling Direct.
Massive respect for him, and he kind of, a lot of my boys have the skill set to do what he does, but we don't. So he's just awesome at what he does.
Yeah, 100%. Big 3-4 questions coming up. It's sort of 3, but it's almost 4. And then you're done, Kev, I promise. What would you be doing if you weren't involved in fishing, etc.?
God, what an awkward question.
Sorry, mate.
I've not got a clue.
That can be the answer.
Cooking or motor racing?
Nice. Any regrets at all?
Yeah, I've had my crappy life. I'd say I've had the nightmares, the ex-wives, but you don't look back.
No?
Yeah, it's
I like that.
I've got no regrets. No
Good,
regrets.
I like that. What does the next 10 years look like for Nash?
Nash is a company? Or
Yeah, Nash as a company?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Bloody awesome. Yeah, Nash, as a company of maturity, with the people and where it's placed, is the strongest by far it's ever been.
Yeah,
You know,
certainly.
The
Yeah.
performance in the last 9 months will that be reflected in the next accounts is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
And touches, but I also asked myself a little question about 7 years ago. Would it be possible to? And we've been working on development ever since 7 years, and we're now very close.
Brilliant.
And it is by far the most innovative, massive development I've ever.
You don't want to tell us what it is, do you,
It will
Kev?
catapult Nash beyond anything it's ever been before. I'm not going to tell you what it is now.
No? Maybe off camera. Last question. What do you see as your greatest achievement in your life? Doesn't have to be angling related, doesn't have to be Nash tackle related.
Bringing up my 2 boys.
Yeah.
That I'm so proud of.
Yeah, brilliant.
And being able to support so many families within the Nash business.
Yeah, of course. Kevin Nash, that has genuinely been an absolute privilege, mate. Thank you very much for doing the interview. That's the catch-up done. See you again.